guys, welcome back to another episode of The Stable. I'm using my cell phone today because I just shot this whole little intro for this video and the GoPro was dead, or I don't know. I'm super tired of my GoPros. The FJ is currently still on the lift. Forerunner brake upgrade, ran into a small snag. The stock FJ wheel studs are too short for my wheels, so you guys will probably see us finish up that video before I post this one. But Amazon hopped on there, ordered some longer wheel studs, should be here Sunday. So hopefully when I post this video about these lights and what we're doing now, we will already have that done. So I'll take you guys over here to the table and show you what we're working on today. So I got a little bit excited and went ahead and unboxed everything, but we went with the aux beam, little 8-gang switch setup instead of running a bunch of rockers. So that's going to give us the ability to put these rock lights on here that Jalen got me probably like 2 years ago for Christmas now. I believe all this stuff came from Amazon. Like I said, that was a Christmas present, but this was on Amazon for like 140 bucks. Directions are super clear, so I'm just kind of following them step by step, but right now I'm getting these wires in place so I know how much room and how much slack I have so I can mount everything. I know Sean on his mounted it somewhere in this area here, so probably gonna try to do the same. So I was just kind of peeking at that and seeing what we had to work with. But this is going to give us the ability not to have a bunch of rockers in there. I have the two already, and I don't know if I've ever even shown those on the video, but they're for the light bar and the pod lights. But so pretty much whatever you want to run, you just take that sticker off, pop it on there, and then I believe we'll probably mount this in the same spot where Sean has his little panel at. So which is probably like right here. So that's the game plan with that. The reason why this has not happened yet is because originally I was going to go with the S-Pod, but with talking with a coworker, he suggested I just go with this, and I shouldn't have any issues with it. So decided to save myself the pretty big cost of the S-Pod and just go with this aux beam. So we'll try it out, see how it is. Like I said, so far I got like 140 to 160 bucks invested in this. All right, guys, so after kind of going back and forth and moving a whole bunch of things around, if I can show you guys, we unbolted this right here, and we're gonna just run it across, but we're doing it in a way that's still kind of easy to get to if I ever need to access this, but there's just no room. And then the hood strut was the other big issue. So ended up not using any of the brackets that the aux beam did, and we took a pretty long piece of aluminum, cut it down, and bent it at 90 degrees. So I will show you guys what that looks like once we get it mounted. All right, so here's the progress we made. Like I said, there's that little aluminum bracket we did. Might need to tighten up a little bit more, but make sure I can get an extension in there to get to that 12 millimeter bolt. So we got our negative right here under all these brackets. The positive is going to end up kind of going across the top of the fuse lid to the positive terminal, and then the directions call for us to put this add a fuse in there, and we have it running out the side so it doesn't affect so I didn't have to put a hole in the fuse lid. And then it comes and snaps onto this from the back side. So I'm gonna go ahead and snap this on here because we are done with the fuse panel now. So then that red cable is sneaking out the side right there, so we didn't have to cut anything. And so the next thing is we will be taking, we'll be taking this cord, snapping this white little end right here, running it through these gaps right here, and I'm probably going to try to punch a hole down there in that grommet. I've done it before, and then we'll route that wire up through the car and then through the dash somewhere, and then we'll probably end up having to put a couple self tappers in this plastic piece right there for our mounting bracket for the our little touch screen over there. But that is pretty much done up here, and then whenever we decide to install the rock lights, we'll just end up taking the positive and negative to there now. so you guys can try to see this. Step up on the stool without tipping it over. So if you guys can see that rubber grommet down there, right where that little gray piece is with the red on it, we have our black harness, the shiny one, going through there, and ran it through the car. It's really hard to try to do this with this being on the lift, but ran it through that grommet and then actually ran it through that little panel right there, just for now. And I'm probably just gonna Velcro it up there for now and see how that holds up. But I think later on, that gray piece where that vent is, I'm gonna try to find a wrecked FJ, grab that vent and drill a hole in it, and then maybe we'll just run that wire straight up and actually have it bolted. But just for now, we are gonna run it like this, see how it holds up, and go from there. It's kind of getting chilly in here already, guys, but so we'll see how much longer I'll keep going. But the next part is really just connect it to the battery and go in there and see if the panel lights up. So we can do that now, and then eventually we'll come over here and put our little Rocklight stickers on there. So got the cables hooked up. I can't get that little clear cover on right there that you see sitting on top of the intake over there. Gotta probably move around those red wires, but we can at least try to put the key forward now and see if this switch has power. As a matter of fact, why is it on already? So does it always stay blue? Oh, sorry guys. Use my phone to get my hands all in the way. So it's on right now, Dad. Well, that's on, but with that fuse we got it to, it's like this is always gonna have a backlight that's on. And that's gonna kill that battery. Which is crazy because we went into the radio.
Well, the radio has constant power.
So maybe we got to move it to a different switch. Just hang there. Yeah, that'll.
If either the radio's off, it's got constant power.
Well, you think that this off button on the switch would power it off?
That's not doing anything?
It's like it always has a constant little blue light lit up.
I don't know.
All right, so I probably just took it to about 20 different little fuses in there, and no matter which one I took it to, it still has power. So we are just gonna leave it like that for now. I have to do some more research over the night, but that is done for the night on this one. Might play around with the Rocklights, but as far as the aux beam little 8-gang switch goes, that is done and installed besides mounting it. So that's where we're at with this. All right, guys, as you can see that clump of wires up there on the engine bay, those are the Rocklights. So I figured I'd just go ahead and just run these over here to test it out and see if it worked. Simple, they popped on. The only thing is I activated every single switch on here, so I'm not exactly sure which one it was to get these to come on. So I'm gonna have to have like my dad out here and I'll press buttons until we figure out which one it is, but they work. So now, since we have verified they do work, I am going to drop this harness down through there, make sure I got enough slack to run this wire up through these little slots and into whichever one I choose. And then once the harness is hanging underneath the car, then I can untangle all that that mess and figure out where I want it to go. I also have to, it came with these like little bushings to put on each Rocklight. So they got an app, you can control all the different colors and everything. So looks like we'll be using, hopefully they gave us screws, but we're just probably gonna end up using self-tappers. And depending on how many there are, I need to count how many lights we have. Maybe I can just go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so since we got 8, obviously 4 will go in each of the tire wells. We'll have 2 in the, well, 4 in each of the, for the tires, 1 in the front at least, 1 in the back, that's 6, and we'll have 2 more. So maybe those 2 will go underneath the rock rails on each side. Hey guys, just wanted to finish up this video. So it's been about 2 weeks since we've done the brakes and the rock lights. As you can see with the rock lights, we have this one on this other side that is just slightly, I don't know, I think I just need to order a new one for this side because this one likes to stay red. It works if you go green, any other color, it goes red. So I just kind of have this on the setting where it goes through all the colors so you guys can check it out. But that one is off, but got one in each of the wheel wells. We got one in front and then one in back. So came out pretty good. And then the ones on the side right here, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I just zip tied them through some holes in the frame. Holding up so far, so we'll see how they do. As far as the let me go ahead and try to put these on a single color and see if they show up any better. So I don't know if that's gonna be any better, but green is usually my go-to. But the 4Runner brakes have been absolutely amazing. One of the greatest things I have done to this vehicle so far. All the shakes, everything is gone. It's just as smooth as it was from factory now. And that's about it. So most of the time when I'm rolling around in this thing, I just got the green lights on and couldn't be happier. So with that being said, please be sure to like, subscribe. Catch you on the next one.